From CBS News Bay Area, this is the Morning Edition.
Right now on KPIX News, grieving family and friends remember a worker killed on the job at an East Bay Home Depot. Now a mother is turning her pain into a call for action, her fight in honor of her son's memory. Former President Donald Trump defiant as he faces a new legal challenge in the criminal investigation into the efforts to overturn the 2020 election results. What he is saying about the special counsel.
And here in the Bay Area, it's actually one of the coolest days of this week as we wait for another heat wave to make its way in later this weekend. More on that coming up and how that's going to impact you.
All right, Jessica, thank you. We want to start off with developing news happening in San Jose. The intersection of King Road and Ocala Avenue just reopened. This after a deadly accident that killed a baby. How terrible. Police say around 11:30 last night is when it happened. A car struck a family that was walking near the intersection. The infant was killed. 2 other people were taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. The driver did stay at the scene. This marks the 27th traffic death in San Jose just this year alone. Well, speaking of San Jose, if you are getting ready to get out the door and commute through that area, we do have a traffic alert really affecting your drive on that southbound 880 connector to South 280. It is completely shut down. It's been this way since about 4 this morning because of a crash involving a large truck, a dump truck. So there's a lot of activity there. There's some cleanup happening. South 880 connecting on to southbound 280 will be closed at least for another 2 hours. The last check, CHP said at least 3 hours for the closure. That was about an hour ago. So if you want to use alternates, you can utilize 101 or even 87 if you're trying to get over to 280 this morning. I will say this northbound 101 right at Story Road. We do have a crash there, which is causing a bit of a backup as you head through there. We also have a backup building for anyone commuting into Vallejo this morning, westbound 80, right before that exit over towards 37. 2 lanes are shut down for an injury crash. Traffic is pretty slow through there. Let's check your forecast. Here's Jessica.
All right. Well, it is official sunrise right now at 6:02 a.m. this morning, and taking a live look from our Black Mountain Cam over the Santa Clara Valley. Despite the fact that we can't see it, it's still a stunning one just over those hills. Pinks and oranges just filling the sky above that thick marine layer that's filling even the Golden Gate Bridge right now. Temperatures in San Francisco sitting at 54 degrees. We're off to a chilly start this morning. If you're making your coffee, bring a jacket before you head out the door. Don't forget about that. 54 degrees also right now up in Santa Rosa. Later this afternoon, we're only going to be warming up into the upper 50s and lower 60s, which is really mild for us during a summer setup along the coast in the Bay. We could thank nature's AC for that. That marine layer is going to hold on tight for us along the peninsula this afternoon, but not in our inland areas. No, we're going to be sitting in the 90s with plenty of sunshine this afternoon and more sunshine to share heading into this weekend as a major heat dome begins to build its way in from the south. This is high pressure making its way in from the south, and that'll dry us up and warm us up. So taking a look at some of the extremes, let's head over to Antioch real fast, one of our warmer areas during the summer season. 90s today. Not bad, right? 100 by tomorrow, 104 once we head into our Friday forecast. So it heats up quick heading into the weekend. This is a good time to prepare now. And for anyone who plans on running the San Francisco Marathon or the half marathon on Sunday in those early morning hours, luckily this heat dome won't impact us. We're only going to be sitting in the 50s as that race time starts just around 4 or 5 a.m. Wrapping up closer to noon, we're only sitting in the mid 50s. It'll be beautiful, mild. We'll have more on that in a bit. But for now, I'm going to send it over to you.
All right, thank you, Jessica. Let's look at our top stories now. Former President Donald Trump discussed his growing legal challenges while campaigning in eastern Iowa last night. Earlier in the day, he had announced he received a so-called target letter in the Justice Department's investigation into efforts to overturn the 2020 election. The former president says he believes he will be indicted. Well, since March, Trump has been indicted in a federal case in Florida for his handling of sensitive documents and in a Manhattan hush money case. A U.S. soldier is believed to be in North Korean custody after officials say he managed to join a border tour group, then willfully and without authorization crossed the border into the north. The soldier has been identified as Private Second Class Travis King. King has previously served time at a South Korean detention facility and was released about a week ago. He is the first known American detained in North Korea in nearly 5 years. Well, tens of millions of Americans will be spending another day under heat alerts and advisories as scorching hot temps extend from the West Coast to the East Coast. Phoenix set a new record Tuesday by hitting 110 degrees or more for the 19th straight day. That's a lot. And there's really no end in sight right now. To a developing story in Oakland, Mayor Sheng Tao is getting a raise, but it's a lot smaller than what was expected. City council members voted last night to increase her salary by about $13,000, raising it to $216,000 a year. Initially, the city council considered to give her a $75,000 raise, but decided against that amid pushback from council members and their constituents. The mayor also rejected it and asked for the lowest amount possible. She says accepting a smaller pay raise is in the best interest of the city's fiscal health. Happening today, David DePape, the man accused of breaking in and attacking Nancy Pelosi's husband, is set to appear in federal court. Lawyers for DePape say they want the trial to move out of San Francisco to Eureka, Oregon. That's because of intense publicity, they say. DePape has pled not guilty to federal charges. Well, people gathered for a vigil last night to celebrate the life of a young man lost to a senseless crime. 26-year-old Blake Mose was killed trying to stop a theft attempt at an East Bay Home Depot. His mother, Lori, is fighting for justice, testifying in front of the House Judiciary Committee last month.
And we should be charging the case based on facts and not on personal opinion or personal agenda.
Ms. Malston.
So she told lawmakers then and our Betty Yu last night that the system failed her son.
Thank you for coming first. Promised myself I wouldn't do this.
Lori Mose choked back tears as she marked 3 months since her 26-year-old son Blake was killed on the job. Police said the Home Depot loss prevention employee was shot to death by a shoplifter at this Pleasanton store. Venetia Knaps, who allegedly stole a charger for a power tool, was arrested for his murder.
This journey's hard. Okay, it's hard. And so today is special for me. And the reason it's special is, you know, Blake always wanted to be a Newark police officer. That was his life goal.
On Tuesday, several members of the Newark Police Department showed up for his candlelight vigil. Blake was a volunteer cadet. A week before his murder, he texted his mentor, Lieutenant Sal Sandoval, that he was looking to make the transition. His final message read, "I'll be starting to send out apps again. I think I'm finally ready. My sprints are great. I'm still working on cardio, though."
I'm going to remember Blake. I'm going to remember his smile. I'm going to remember thinking I wish I could clone him.
And it sits in my window, and you can see it from the street.
As they hold Blake close to their hearts, the Mose family is fighting another battle, pressing the Alameda County DA Pamela Price to pursue the maximum punishment. Blake's story has made its way to Capitol Hill. Lori recently testified during a hearing on the rise in organized retail crime and the threat to public safety.
To the prosecutors in this case, I hope they're listening to this. What do you want to see as an outcome?
It's not fair that we have to be victimized again to fight for our child and to fight for justice and the right things to happen in court.
This week, I sat down with Price, a progressive DA who's facing a recall campaign. Critics say she's excessively lenient on criminals. Price believes adding enhancements to charges, which can add prison time, creates racial bias. She refused to respond to Lori's testimony.
Since I haven't had any conversation with her, reading me some statement that she made, I think that's not fair.
Would you like me to play it for you? Would that help?
No.
And so tonight what we're doing is we're dedicating this bench.
As the case moves forward, Blake will always have a home at the Newark Police Department. And every day, Lori and his father, Eric, find ways to remember him, whether it's wearing a custom jacket with his favorite movie characters or looking at art. His ashes have been blown into these glass spheres.
So the family is expected to head to court for Blake's case at the end of this month. Let's move on to this new video now of some pretty desperate thieves trying to break into a restaurant in Oakland's Little Saigon. You're going to see a whole chain happening here. You can see two of them struggling to open the door with a crowbar, but it doesn't seem to work. So they move on to plan B. Their plan B. They made a kind of battering ram, attaching it to the back of their van and slamming it into the restaurant, as you see here. But all that did was break a water pipe. So they tried to use a power tool to get through the metal gate while standing in water. That's smart. That didn't do it either. So he went back to using a crowbar. Eventually, the crowbar ripped off the gate, and even after tying ropes to their car to try and get in another door, they still couldn't get in. So they drove off. Lovely. Remember the chained up Walgreens freezer we showed you yesterday? This was the store on 16th Avenue in Geary in the Richmond. Employees said they had to do this to keep people from stealing just about everything in the freezer. And they said it was happening a lot. So Betty Yu tweeted about it, writing that store employees said they're sometimes hit 20 times a day at this location. Well, her tweet got the attention of the owner of Twitter himself, Elon Musk. He responded with the question, 20 times a day? We asked Walgreens about the chains, and they told us retail theft is a top problem industry-wide. So check this one out. You might have seen this on social media. This Prius speeding away backwards down the street with the driver's side door just wide open right here. Last Thursday, a delivery driver was picking up an order from Square Pie Guys in San Francisco's Soma neighborhood when someone tried to take off with his Prius, but the car was in reverse. 2 more delivery drivers chased after the car to try and help. The poor Prius driver is then seen running after his car, holding onto the food. Good delivery man right there. And a YouTuber was trying to talk to him. Ricky Wynn caught the whole thing on video.
The crime has gotten out of control. Let me tell you, people are just robbing individuals right in broad daylight, reversing down the street with the door flipped off. I mean, it's wild out here. San Francisco, man, we need to clean this whole situation up.
So Wynn, who you're seeing right here, has gotten attention before for other viral videos of the city life, but he says this one surprised even him.